guys, I am here with my boyfriend Jimmy. This is like Jimmy 2 weeks in a row on my channel. It's the Jimmy and Megan channel.
Jimmy Overload.
So today we're going to be talking about our first date, and it's a magical one.
It wasn't in Disneyland though.
It wasn't in Disneyland, but it was in like the grown-up version of Disneyland. Why don't you start off telling the story, because you're the one who got up the guts to ask me out on the date and
how far back should we
out.
go?
After VidCon, right?
Okay, so right after VidCon, this was the summer of 2011.
11, yeah.
We got invited to go to Poland for a trip with a bunch of other YouTubers. A lot of our friends went.
They had a bunch of vloggers come out there because they wanted to encourage the community, the YouTube community in Poland, to start vlogging more, so that's why we were there.
It would be fun to not just go to Poland, but since we had tickets to go to Europe, to see if we could actually get them somewhere else, and then we would arrange our transportation to Poland before the date. So we decided as a group, me, you, and Kat, to go to Paris, France, because it's a beautiful and magical place with tons of sightseeing, awesome places to go. So about 4 days earlier, we decided to go to France, and while I was there, I figured we could go on our very first date, because we had just started agreeing to see each other right before then.
But we haven't had our first date yet.
Yeah, that's right. We were too busy with other stuff.
But I was just like, okay, well, I guess, you know, we could start dating, like, for real. Because we had just been friends before that.
I decided to ask Megan out on a date, and it was going to happen after a few days in Paris on one of the last nights we were there.
I had no idea what he was planning. I was like, how does he know what we're gonna do? I was like, oh, we're probably just gonna go to the Eiffel Tower and do something cool there.
Right. Actually, I didn't really know what we were going to do until, because we had internet at the place we were staying in.
You've been there once, though.
Yeah, I went there once.
Little.
Yeah. And I kind of knew what the city had to offer, but I just started looking stuff up and planning it a couple nights before and calling a couple places.
And I had no idea what we were doing. He made it really secret.
I did make it really secret, and then the night came. Where do we want to start? Just what happened?
Just dive right into it.
Okay, so the night came, and I had an iPad back then. What I had done is I'd taken screenshots of a lot of Google Maps images in case I got lost, and also where all the locations were.
Because we didn't have internet in Paris, you know.
Yeah, when you're roaming, yeah. And so we set off on the date, and the first stop was to go to a wine store. And
this was not a good start to the date.
No. Let's get some liquor. No, it
was closed.
It was closed, yeah. Well, the problem was, and this is the thing, I had contingency too. The problem was is that in the month of August, I guess, is the vacation month in Paris, so, and a lot of other parts of Europe, so a lot of stores are actually closed. People aren't around, and I fortunately had looked up multiple places to go get stuff. And the first place was closed, and so...
We got there, though. We didn't know until we got there, and we're like, oh. And I was like, oh no, Jimmy's date, if this is all we were doing, it's ruined, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, and then I was like, oh no, we can go to this place. So we hopped back in the taxi, and I guided him to the next place, and it was this really cute little wine store that was run by an American. So we had no problem.
She was really nice.
Actually, I think she was from California too.
Yeah, she was really, really cool.
So we had no problem picking out a selection, and of course, I was trying to do like the Paris thing. And afterwards, I was like, well, we need to get cheese now, because that is the Parisian thing to do. And we asked the lady where like a place to get it was, and she pointed us down the road to a grocery mart area, and we went in, and I was like, ah, darn, we're not gonna go to like an artisan cheese shop.
But this was so cool. Like, it was really neat. I mean, like, it would have been cool to go to an actual cheese shop, but the grocery stores in Paris, they have an endless selection of cheese.
They have so
and their
much
cheese is so good. It's not the same as the cheese you taste here in America, because they have different pasteurization laws, so I mean, things get to like bake a little bit longer, if you know what I mean.
You gotta have actually like more bacteria.
Yeah, but the flavor is so good.
Yeah, it tastes better. Yeah, but the USDA has banned that amount because it's too.
I don't know. Who knows?
Unsafe. But
anyways, we pick out our cheese, and that was really fun because we had so many cheeses to choose from.
I had no idea what to choose.
Neither did I, but I got the that one that was so good. It was like a cream cheese almost, but it was so amazing.
Yeah, that was nice. And then after that became the third part of my master plan, which was to go down to the River Seine, which is the river that runs through the center of Paris.
It's so pretty.
And then find a nice bench to sit down on and enjoy our wine and cheese.
And we had a little baguette too.
And baguette, yes. And I brought glasses so we could drink the wine. And
it was so cool. I was like, what? Where'd you get those from?
Yeah.
And he brought them from the apartment we were staying at.
It was all in my little backpack.
You planned it out so well when the sun was setting. So it's just like when the sun sets in Paris, like everything is golden for like not like an hour. Just everything just turns golden everywhere, and it's so pretty. That was really nice. And that was actually my first glass of wine that I had had for like, I don't know how long. I had stopped drinking completely. Remember?
What? That wasn't the first alcohol you had since then, though.
It was. That was my first. That was our first date was my first glass of wine. I
Wow.
was like, because
Off to a strong start, Jimmy.
I know. Well, I was like, you know what? I haven't drank in like, it was like 5 or 6 years, and I had made it like my mission not to drink anymore. But I was like, I'm getting older, and I want to try, you know, wine and like all these awesome, cool things that these countries have to offer that I've never had before. So when in Rome or when in Paris,
When in Paris, drink
might as
some
well
wine.
have my first glass of wine.
Yeah, and it was good wine. So we weren't getting trash buried.
No, we weren't. It was just like, we were just experiencing the culture there, and it was really good. The cheese was so yummy. I remember just eating the cheese and I'm like, wow, this is such a beautiful date. And I was like, I thought this was all that we were doing.
Oh no, and then after that we went to a restaurant. We took another taxi. Did we take? Yeah, took another taxi to another area, walked through this cutesy little place, and we ended up at this place called Un Dimanche in Paris, which means a Sunday in Paris.
Oh,
And it was because I have the card. I saved the card from it.
cute.
And the restaurant was chocolate themed.
Everything
Had
in it
some
was
kind of
chocolate.
chocolate, yeah.
Like in the dessert, of course, the appetizer, like the main dish, the drinks, there is chocolate in everything. Actually, we didn't post any pictures from our date because we didn't go public to the internet until like just this past year.
We didn't go public.
We didn't go public telling people that we were dating until like our Kentucky trip back in October. But I do have a picture on Instagram of the food that I ate that night, and
Oh,
it
really?
was phenomenal. Oh my
That's
gosh, it
good.
was so freaking good.
Yeah.
I was like, at that point, I was like, how can this steak get any better? This is, I thought we like topped it off at like the river,
What
eating
did you
the wine
have?
and cheese.
Did you have lamb chops or pork chops?
I had pork chops and it had sugar cane on them, and it was like had cherries too. And then I got
Yeah.
that. Remember that dessert at the very end? The
Yeah,
little
yeah, it was really cool.
marshmallows? Oh, so
It
good.
was definitely a really cool restaurant, and I thought it was gonna be like super busy, but it was nice. Wasn't too busy. We just got right in.
French food is so good. I love Paris. I love the food there. It's so yummy. We've gone twice, and both times it's just been such like an awesome food experience.
Yeah, they know how to make food right. After the dinner, we were supposed to go to an ice cream shop, which was also very highly favorited according to the internet, but we didn't end up going.
Really? I forgot that.
Yeah.
Was I too tired?
We were pretty tired, and it was getting late, and I think we'd eaten enough that day. But that was the last thing.
Then we walk home. And
Well, no,
there's
we
this-
actually hung out by the river for a little bit longer.
Did we? Did we have another glass of wine by the river?
We did.
I could not have another glass of wine. I was just like,
Well, I had another glass.
you
of
did,
wine.
yeah. You were trying to muster up courage for like that end of the date kiss, and I was sipping on it, but I'm just like, I don't really like wine. This doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it's true. That's what happens when you don't drink for 6 years.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, this is gross.
Like, what is this? This doesn't taste like.
I mean,
anything
it was
chicken.
good, but it was just like my palate wasn't used to such
Yeah, that's true.
intense flavors, so I was like, I don't really like this. So at the end of our date, we were staying at this Airbnb like apartment type thing, and there was a long hallway that you had to go down in order to get to the apartment we were staying in. You had to go up a flight of stairs. It's actually a really cool place that we stayed at. But as we were walking down the long hallway, I could tell Jimmy was like really trying to muster up the courage to like try and give me my first kiss, or our first kiss, try and make
My first.
my
Give me
first
my
kiss.
first
It's not my
kiss.
first kiss. We're trying to make that first kiss happen, and it didn't
It
happen.
didn't happen. And then we got into the apartment, and then I was like, well, no, there's cats here. It's
It was
can't kiss you
awkward.
now.
Yeah.
I was like, good night.
A part of me kind of wished that we could have had our first kiss under the Eiffel Tower, because that would have been so cool. But
We didn't go to the Eiffel Tower till the next day or so.
yeah, the next day, and there's just too much pressure, and I didn't want to put that on like our first kiss. And we ended up having our first kiss in Poland.
Voila.
It happened very naturally, and it was very cute.
Yep, it happened very naturally.
It did.
It was cute.
Jimmy was really nervous. He was staring at me
I'm
for a
always
little
nervous.
bit, and then he just went in. He's like, okay. And that's
Like
what
that?
happened. No, you remember your face.
I don't remember. How do
your
I remember
face.
what my face looked like?
My heart was beating so fast. I was just like, I haven't kissed someone in so long. This is such a new
In
experience.
6 years, I
6
haven't
years?
kissed or drank, and it's
All these new
happening.
experiences happening. I was
In
really
Europe.
nervous.
Well, one in Poland.
Oh, Poland. So Paris is a really awesome place for us. We have a lot of
Good memories.
Good memories there, including the last time we went, and that's when Jimmy sang a song to me that he had wrote, and told the whole internet that we were dating.
So I did that. I did that. Played the song. It's cute. I need to make that into a real song soon.
You do. I really love it.
No, that'll be my next project.
Turning it into a real song. Well, that is it for our first date story. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it was, I don't know, it's a really cute story, and I don't think we've ever gone in depth talking about it.
And guys, if you're taking a girl out on the first date, remember it's not about, you don't need to be in Paris to make it special. You just need to make the other person feel special.
It's true.
And that you'll get your first kiss. Or maybe you'll chicken and panic and not
get your first kiss. If you didn't get your first kiss on the first date, don't worry.
Then wait till you go to Poland to get your first kiss.
It'll happen naturally, in time.
Supernaturally.
Supernaturally. Are we talking about like something spiritual here?
Whoa.
If you guys want to watch the video where Jimmy sang that song to me,
Yeah.
it's over on his YouTube channel. I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can check it out. But I will see you guys on Tuesday with the brand new video. So you know, I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Lots of videos.
Lots of videos. I'm trying to do it for the whole month of May. Maybe I'll continue into June. Just, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think if you guys are liking these videos.
I like them. Oh, these guys. Yes. Let her know in the comment section below.
Okay, bye!
Bye! Give me a kiss. That was easier.
But I was looking at my comments from my Link cosplay. Put a lot of work into this one. Really excited with how it turned out. But I'm waiting for Joey to come by and pick me up, and we're gonna go on a hike. Woohoo!